Right, here I am down in the West Paseo. It's July 19, 2022. Time now is 5:21 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're into the 39th week of major construction. I'm checking out what's going down here in the West Paseo. The sun's just starting to come up there. And as we look down this way, we can see it's dried out quite a bit since I was down here on Sunday evening when the monsoon was raging. So there hasn't really been any monsoon activity over the area since Sunday night. Monday was fairly mellow. So just scoping out what's going on down here. Basically, they're just doing concrete form work down below me here. I've been observing for about 20-30 minutes here. Got down here early, they weren't pouring any concrete, but right now they're just working on their concrete forms. So this is what we can see from here. One thing I've noticed, which I'll switch over to my telephoto lens here in a second, is down here around the banyan tree, they seem to have turned that into a more squared up flower bed area from what I can tell from here. It's got more of a corner on it, it's not quite so rounded. So I don't know if they're changing things on the fly or what down through here, but let me just pan around through here. Slow pan, it's starting to take shape down here. Sidewalks getting poured, working on forms to continue with the sidewalk work. And I'll be down in front of the little museum here in a little bit so I can see better what's going on down there. But I think they're continuing to work on the forms down there, and it seems to be what's happening here so far in the West Paseo. So let me take a moment to switch over my telephoto and I'll shoot a little bit closer up view of what's going on down here. Right, here I am on my telephoto lens shooting back down towards the banyan tree, and you can see that the corner down there is a little more squared up now. So I guess they abandoned the idea of having a more curved section there, but we'll see. You know, as things modify as they go. Let me scan back around here on my telephoto lens. See what's going on with the sidewalks and stuff down through here. See back down here in front of the little museum. Going on down here. This is what we got going on down here in the West Paseo. So let me finish this up here. I think I've covered what I can see from the Old Town Tavern Loft. I'm going to move on down by the Aline building and shoot some video down there. Alrighty. Alright, here I am coming up to the Aline building, the West Paseo. Time now is 5:28 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Can look out here and see what's going on. I don't see a whole lot of change here right in front of the little museum. All this looks pretty much the same. I do see they've added some more sand and gravel over here probably for use in their sand will be the bedding for the pathways and sidewalks through here, I believe, as they pour concrete for those. See back over here, this area hasn't changed very much. Still haven't poured these steps yet. They got their forms fixed up that they fixed up last week, but we don't have any concrete poured there yet. Rain probably set that back somewhat, I'm gonna guess. Probably lost a day because of rain out here, but this is what we got going on in the West Paseo. Looking down to the West Bowl there. I'll be over there in a little bit, see what's happening down there. Let me go on up to the upper deck here. See what's happening from this perspective. Sunrise today is at 5:31, so we're just about a minute away from official astronomical sunrise there. So let me pan back down here so we get an overview of the West Paseo here. See what it's looking like from this broader perspective here. Starting to take shape for sure. I mean, it's come a long way since demolition began back in October 25 of last year. So making progress, ticking off the weeks and months here. Like I said earlier, we're into the 39th week of major construction. So that's in lieu of the whole 62-week construction that takes us up to January of 2023. So who knows, they may be doing finishing stuff up into January, I'm sure, potentially. We'll see. But this is what we got going on down here in the West Paseo this morning, so I'm going to finish this up here. And now I'm going to move around to the West Bowl and see what's happening back over in the West Bowl. I'm going to try to hit all of my major spots today if my energy holds up. Alrighty. Right, here I am walking down through the Old Town Tavern. Did notice today as I was looking around, they now have 12 of their long tables here. So expanding the table settings here, so got a little bit more seating. I don't think this front area has changed that much since I was down here on Thursday even. Getting their forms fixed up down here. As I look at this, you know, I might have been wrong about the flower bed to some extent. It looks like itself it'll be sort of curved, but there'll be sidewalks that square up around it, so that's probably what that was. They're also now working down here on the next intersection at First Street, so that's getting taken care of too down through here as they work on all of these intersections in Old Town. Alrighty. Alright, here I am coming in by AZ88, heading towards the West Bowl. See if we can see anything out here of interest. Sun is a little past sunrise up. There's something else you can see down here. They've cut down another tree, so they're moving to eliminate a lot of these trees through here that were down here. So, got that going on. See the sun's up on the horizon over there. Shoot back out into the West Bowl. Again, my disclaimer on the West Bowl, it's difficult for me to see a lot of what they're doing out here farther back in there. You can see there's people down in there working on the little Marshall Gardens area. So let me scan around here and just see in general what's going on in the West Bowl. I'm going to take a moment to switch over to my telephoto lens here. Right here I am shooting back over towards the little Marshall Gardens area, which is a sunken area back over there. A lot of guys working on that, probably getting concrete forms set up. It's not a good vantage point from here to see, but you can see that it is being worked on back over there. So starting to warm up now a little bit. It's probably pushing 95, 96, I'm going to guess. Right now, let me pan on back around this way, and we can see the canopy supports back over there, still getting worked on. I see a guy welding right there straight ahead of me. You can see guy's doing some welding back over there on the on that superstructure for the canopy back in there. So stuff happening in the West Bowl, kind of mellow overall, just a lot of more detailed kind of stuff that has to get done, welding and building this superstructure. Then once I guess they get the superstructure so far along, they'll come in and pour the base of the stage there, is my guess. They probably had to wait on that till they got that upper structure done and then pour the base later. But here's what we got going on back over here. So I think I'll end this right here, and I don't think I'll go to the stair perch. I don't think I'm going to see anything over there that I can't really see from here that much. So we'll call this good, and then I'm going to start heading around to the east end of the project and see what I can see down on the eastern side of things. Alrighty. Alright, here I am down at the Civic Lawn, City Hall area, shooting across towards the West Bowl. We can see they're still working out there on their superstructure for the 360-degree stage. The canopy will attach to that somehow. Time now is 5:59 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can get a little bit better view back over here of what's happening down towards the new Marshall Gardens area there, which will be sort of a sunken little fountain and sort of an area where you can go and sit and sort of contemplate life, I guess is what it'll be. So that's what's going on back over there. You know, maybe one of these days I'll figure out some way to get a closer view of that, but it might not happen till they actually open this place up and I can actually go inside of it. So guys are working over there on that superstructure. There's something going on back over here, which I'm going to go around over here by the steps today. I've neglected that for quite a while. They've been having some forms set up for a while over there doing something. I don't know if that's a wall or what it is. I'm going to try to get a closer view of that today. Let me pan on around over here to the East Bowl. And we got some activity going on down over here in the East Bowl. I'm going to be down there shooting what I can of that from my old perch down there. But this is what's going down here in the Civic line today. I'm going to pan back over here and then finish up here by the looking at the superstructure. Back over there. So that's looking pretty cool. I think that'll be very neat when that's all fixed up and completed. I don't know if that superstructure represents the front edge of the canopy or the back edge of the canopy, or maybe it's just the canopy will straddle that. But we'll find out that in the not too distant future, I think. Let me finish up this and then move on around to the East Bowl area. Alrighty. Alright, here I am down at the East Bowl. Checking out what's going on down here. I see a lot of rebar down here now, so that's probably indicative of some concrete pouring to come in the future. It's probably about time they started building this this platform for the stage down here, though they could do as they did in the West Bowl, build the superstructure for the stage canopy first and then pour the concrete. So we'll see how that falls out. Pan around here. Guys are working back up here in what will be the civic, or not the civic lawn, the social hub will be right back up here. So right here where these guys are working, this will be the social hub, where there'll be like a building there with the restroom, more like a canopied cover than an actual building, but it'll have the restroom incorporated into it. So this is what we can see down here in the East Bowl. I'm not going to shoot too much here because there's not a whole lot that needs to be looked at. I'm going to pack up my stuff now. I got to drive around over on the far side of the library, over by the library steps. I haven't been over there in quite a long time, maybe 2 to 3 weeks at least. So I'm going to finish this up here, and I'm going to go over there and see what they're doing over by the library steps. Alright, here I am down by the library steps that are no longer steps, but just an incline. You can see we have a lot of water pooled up from the monsoon storm on Sunday evening, Sunday night here, so still a lot of water here. I'm going to move on around up by the fence, see what I can shoot up here, see what's going on. Sometimes it's hard to see much from down here, but I just want to shoot a little bit from this perspective. I don't think I've shot looking up into the Civic line from here in quite a long time, so just shooting a little bit of this before I move on. Right, here I am shooting down by the library steps. I can see this form or whatever it is in front of me. I can't really tell. It's got to be a concrete form, I'm thinking. But it's difficult to say unless it's going to create some kind of arched wall or something across there. I'm not sure what that represents. Pan on back around here. Another view of the 360-degree stage back over here. Still doing some welding on that. Actually in 2 spots they're welding on it from what I can see from here. So this is what we can see from down here. It's never that easy to see much from this point of view, but this This is what we got going on down here. They might be doing something over in the, I don't know, I was going to say they're doing something in the lagoon, but they're a little bit to the east of the lagoon back over there. So I'm going to pause this and switch over to my telephoto and see what I can get on that of what's going on down here. All right, here's another point of view of the 360-degree stage superstructure down there that they're working on. Got a lot of guys working on that now. It's going to be quite a large structure there, actually. It'll be interesting to see how it all sort of comes together at the end. But that'll probably be one of the premier things that they're adding to the Civic Center is this new 360-degree stage. Should be fairly impressive. I gotta say, as I think back on the pictures they show, seems like there's a lot of turf in front of this stretching across here. So I'm not sure how much of this civic lawn area out here will be turf and how much will be the botanic gardens. Seems like kind of a cramped proposition there, but we'll see how that all comes together too. I'm going to pan on around here, the telephoto lens. See what they're working on down here. Stuff going on, but it's hard for me to tell exactly what. It's just incremental work on the social hub will be right here ahead of me. All the stuff that goes in with that. Whatever this arced form is ahead of me, I'm not really sure. I don't really notice anything on the schematics and drawings they have that seems to reflect what that would be. But we'll see. So I think I'm about to finish up here for the day. I've hit most of my areas that I can hit that are of interest. I'm going to finish up over here on the 360-degree canopy and see what they're doing over here. It's looking very impressive. So I think I'll call it a day here, wrap this up, head on back home and start the process of putting everything together and getting it posted to YouTube. Alrighty.